Your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Denoyer.
A lot to talk about for tonight in terms of rain and wind and some fog too. Kind of gloomy out there. If you've been outside, not only have we had some periods of rain throughout the day, but it's kind of muggy outside. Temperatures in the 60s, dew points just as high, hence you got some fog. And the visibility reduced to less than about 1.5 miles at TF Green right now. Most of the fog reported in areas in Rhode Island. And I do think that we'll continue to have some fog in addition to some heavy rain and gusty winds tonight. Temperatures in the 60s today. After a day yesterday that featured 70s, when you don't get sunshine, it makes it a lot harder to get back to the 70s. So a little cooler today, but again, kind of muggy outside. It feels damp when you walk outside. Rain falling in Providence right now, but this has only just begun. We had some showers this morning. We talked about how there'd be a big break and then another round of rain would come in after 3 p.m. We have some rain moving through now, but we really don't get into the heaviest of rain until after about 8 p.m. Now, it's a little odd when you see a flood watch for like half of our area, but some of the higher totals will be right in here towards eastern portions of Connecticut, where there could be a few isolated 3-inch amounts and flash flood, or not flash flooding, but just a flood watch in effect, because the rainfall itself is going to take its time to move across the area. In terms of 8 p.m. to about 8 a.m. will be when the heaviest of rain will be. So you spread the 2 to 3 inches out over about 12 hours. It's not like a thunderstorm in the summer where you can get 2 or 3 inches in 1 minute. You don't have flash flooding happening. So this is a slow course of flooding happening across the area during the night tonight. Plus the winds pick up too, especially after midnight. Gusts 35 to 40 for the brown shaded area, mainly south of Providence. Everybody will have some wind, but some of the strongest gusts will be confined to areas at the coast. So a combination of rain, wind, yep, we got all that. Frontal boundary off to the west will advance closer to the area. We've had some rainfall so far, but there's so much more to get through, and that's why I think from here on out it only gets heavier throughout the overnight hours. Speaking of rain, showers extending all the way from about Martha's Vineyard back through New Bedford into areas of Providence. We have some rain happening right now at the station. Attleboro, North Attleboro, Cumberland, not heavy stuff. Maybe a little bit more in the way of some moderate rain approaching Cape Cod right now, but everybody else, just some rain. Keeps things wet. Again, the rainfall intensity will go way up during the overnight. Temperatures stay in the 60s with some showers, some rumbles of thunder tonight, and those windy conditions. Tomorrow, some rain and thunder, especially early in the morning. Stays windy. Temperatures near 70. You have a chance for areas, especially in northwest Rhode Island, that we could pop a little bit of sunshine in the afternoon. I think that will be more of a challenge for southeastern Mass, where the clouds will linger longer. And that rain and thunder early in the morning likely kind of holding itself east for Cape Cod, where there'll be some rain in the afternoon as well. Temperatures near 70, but not a complete washout tomorrow. But the toughest travel conditions for Friday will be for that morning commute. So storm threat, heavy rain and flooding, way up there. And keep in mind too, leaves fall to the ground, you get a little wind, and it starts to block the drains. Now all of a sudden, where's that water going to go? Well, it's going to just keep backing up on the road. So something we'll be watching tonight. Also the wind and some power outages. I don't think the power outages will be widespread, but I mean, if you're unlucky enough to have a tree limb fall in your yard and it hits a power line, you're out of power, and it could take a while before it gets back. Here's the rainfall forecast. There's that red that I was talking about. Why a flood watch for Rhode Island? Well, they can get close to 3 inches of rain. Everybody else about 1 to 2. So here's the rainfall for tonight. Futurecast lifting south to north. Where's the heaviest bands of rain through 9 p.m.? Mainly in Rhode Island. Southeastern Mass, you're still waiting. You'll get into some rain, but it comes later tonight, and therefore your totals will be a little bit less. But right into the morning hours, still raining before finally ejecting east. Any lingering showers for Cape Cod in the afternoon will be for Cape Cod. There's a little bit of clearing to the west. I think by the time we get to the afternoon, it gets better, and it stays better for the weekend, too, with temperatures in the upper 60s. Next chance of rain after tonight and early tomorrow comes early next week. John?
All right, Jeff, thank you. Here's a look at what's